G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Getting on with the engine block. Today we'll continue cleaning and do some painting. In the last episode we left off just as the oil pan came off. Today we'll be cleaning and painting the oil pan, main block and rocker cover. When cleaning parts like these, it's important to keep in mind the metal you are working with. Stainless steel is harder than iron, which is harder than aluminium, which is harder than brass, which is harder than Scotch-Brite, which isn't a metal, but I'll be using it for all the mating surfaces and important bits. Otherwise, I'm gonna blast it with a wire wheel, watching out for any stray strands flying off and going into places I don't want them. For primer, I'm using engine enamel primer resistant to high heat, then coating the oil pan with chip resistant subframe paint. Since this part is at the bottom of the car, I don't want any bits of road to chip the paint and get to the rust-free metal surface. While it's out, I'll also give the timing cover a good clean and polish so that I can install it with the oil pan. Again, I'm working with aluminium here and I've got to watch out for using any caustic based degreasers as it slowly eats away at the metal. onto painting the main block. With everything masked up, I'll remove all the surface rust with a wire wheel and rust converter. Then high temp engine enamel primer and paint. While that flashes, I'll remove, sand and install new Welsh plugs, also known as freeze plugs. The one on the cylinder head already has rust holes in them, so I'll be installing new brass ones all around. Next, I'm going to prep all the parts that are going to be painted the original turquoise blue. At this point, I'm realizing a wire wheel on a drill is my favorite way to get rid of built up grime on car parts, as long as I sweep up the dust afterwards. Rust converter does not work well in the sun. Now I know. As these parts don't get as hot as the rest of the motor, I'll be using a rust inhibiting etch primer. Time for some colour. This is as close as I can find to the original turquoise blue through colour matching. few layers of base, few layers of clear, and I'll cut and polish the rocker cover the next day. Since I'm working with quite a complex shape, I'm only attacking the flatter surfaces. Pay attention to the rough spots while the areas are dry, and the surface energy when the clear coat is wet. I find that the water beads up less on the smoother areas, showing me which areas I need to sand. If you want to know how to get an awesome finish using spray cans, check out the video in the card, where I go more into detail. I couldn't help but sit the parts together to get an idea of the finished product. The turquoise blue came out really nice. Next episode, I'll be working on the cylinder head, cleaning the piston tops, lapping the valves, and doing some clearances. Hopefully, I'll get to sealing up the top half of the motor. And thanks for making it to the end of the video. This one came out a bit longer than usual, but you can let me know which format you prefer in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and keep up to date with the build. Thanks for watching.